the first special that we got, Christmas special by Russell T Davies, was the Christmas Invasion, and this is another one of those episodes where I had mixed feelings about it, because it was one of the first. It was a change of pace from the Parting of Ways. I mean, for once, Russell T Davies did not have, an apocalyptic theme. It was kind of along the same line. It was pretty much it was Aliens in One over again with different aliens. Because it had different aliens trying to take over London, trying to take over the Earth. And that just seemed to be a repetitive theme with Russell T Davies. It was always somebody trying to take over Earth. And that's just almost like he almost couldn't have it any other way. Because I know that at least 2/3 of the stories that Russell T Davies wrote for the new Doctor Who was on Earth. And it was just like, there's a whole universe out there. The TARDIS can go anywhere in the universe. Why does he hang around Earth so much? And it's almost like that's like a reflection of the fact that Russell T Davies lives on Earth. And it's just like his imagination is limited to Earth. But anyway, one of the first things that I wasn't. This is one of the first things that I did not like about the Christmas Invasion was, once again, Russell T Davies had two plots running parallel to one another in this episode. David Tennant practically had no part in that episode. I don't understand that. I don't understand why David Tennant was cast as the 10th Doctor, and then that was his first official episode as the Doctor, but he practically had he did not have an active role in an episode until like the last 10 minutes of it, So honestly, you can actually say that the next episode, New Earth, was really the first episode with David Tennant in it. Because all he was doing in Christmas Invasion was like laying in the bed, and just it's almost like his post-regeneration thing was a little overdone, because the Doctor always goes through a short little phase after he regenerates where it's a little, that's understandable, because all his cells in his body change, and he eases out of a regeneration just as much as he eases into one, but like with Tom Baker, when Tom Baker regenerated into Peter Davison, by the end of the episode, by the end of Castrovalva, he was fine. He was not. We didn't spend the whole episode of Castrovalva, with his companions, pampering the Doctor. The Doctor was able to take care of himself. But with David Tennant, it was just like we had to watch all these scenes of Mickey and Rose's mom all pamper the Doctor, and just. And then meanwhile, the other plot that Russell T Davies had wrote for that story was, of course, the invasion by these aliens. And it was just like it was kind of like drawn out, just like strung out over that whole episode was the impending invasion by these aliens. And then it was thwarted in like the last 10 minutes of the episode. But okay, one of the inconsistencies that I wasn't. Somebody may be able to tell me this. This is just something that I don't understand about that episode. But if y'all know the answer to this, please comment. And tell me, because I'm not admitting that this is the way this is. If you know that there's some merit behind this, then tell me. I want to know this. But in the beginning of the episode, it shows Mickey and Rose walking through the street. And then these little Santa Claus guys come walking up with their musical instruments, and then they turn out to be baddies. They start shooting at them with their musical instruments, and then they get back to the house and they try to scoop the Doctor up, and go run to safety. And then this Christmas tree starts attacking them. Of all things, a Christmas tree, and I'm not. To me, that just felt like that was there just to kind of. Because it came out, it aired during Christmas, and it was just kind of there to give viewers a sense of panic, during that time. They took all these things that we take for granted during that time of year, and they turned them into, Russell T Davies turned them into baddies. Just like Christmas carolers and Christmas trees. were baddies in that episode. You know, what I don't understand though, this is what I want you guys to tell me, is what did the Santa Claus guys and the Christmas tree have to do with the aliens that invaded, that showed up later in the episode? I think that I know that the Santa Claus guys, I think, ended up being like robots or something, you know, and I think they may have been controlled by those aliens. But what, I mean, come on, I mean, seriously, who uses a Christmas tree? Who uses a Christmas tree for, you know, I mean, how do these aliens even, I mean, I know somebody's out there is going to tell me that, you know, well, that's their plan of attack. You know, they use things, you know, it's kind of like a guerrilla war. You know, they use things that people don't suspect to be dangerous to attack. Okay, these aliens are from another world. How do they know that Christmas, I mean, even if they had studied our planet and they knew something about our rituals, they're not going to know that, they're not going to go in that much detail. They're not going to know all the way down to a decorated Christmas tree. They're not going to know to make a decorated Christmas tree a deadly weapon. You know, so I just thought that was kind of, you know, that was a little, you know, unimaginative. I thought it was just there, you know, just to it was kind of there for the channel surfers. You know, it was just to make it dramatic. You know, and it wasn't really there to be imaginative. You know, I mean, but again, you know, if somebody can tell me the relation that the aliens in that episode had with the little little Santa Claus guys and the Christmas tree, then I'll accept your explanation for it. You know, I'm not saying that what I say is true. That I'm not saying that Russell T Davies was trying to write there, you know, an inconsistency there. You know, I mean, I'm just saying that I don't see the connection. So if somebody can tell me, please tell me. Okay, another thing that's in this episode, this is something that I pointed out in my Aliens of London video, and I know that this is an inconsistency, okay, and you can try to call me wrong on this, but I know I'm right on this, okay. You know, Russell T Davies always has these scenes on just about every episode that he does where it's Invasion on Earth, where these news anchors, and you know they're like making it more dramatic because they're saying things, you know, like the end of the world upon us or whatnot. Okay, the African American news anchor in that episode and the Christmas invasion says that, you know, right after those aliens make that transmission over everything on Earth, they say that this is proof that we're not alone in the universe. You know, and I mean that just baffled me. I mean, I don't understand. I mean, first of all, I mean, just for the moment, let's assume that there is no classic series. Let's assume that there is no original series of Doctor Who. Okay, Aliens in London, aliens try to take over. It's a parting of ways. Daleks tried to destroy the Earth. Okay, so how could people be saying that there's no aliens? And that's utterly ridiculous. Okay, but now you take it a step further, and you know, if you put the two series if you put the classic series and the new series together like it's meant to be, like it's supposed to be a continuation, okay, then people in the 1980s know that there are aliens because of, like, I mean, we're assuming that the Doctor Who universe is, you know, like the people that exist in the Doctor Who universe, you know, are real people, you know, that we're, you know, you get what I'm saying. Okay, so I mean, it's almost like Russell T Davies, the way he wrote these episodes is